Hi, welcome to the channel English Professionally, and let's talk about present simple tense. Okay? So let me tell you about myself. I will use present simple. I live in Moscow. I go to work. I work very hard. I have a family. I have 2 sons. I teach English. I also do business. I have different hobbies. I like different games. I often play chess. So you can see different examples with present simple. And I have a question for you. How do we form these tense? So you use after I, we, you, they, you use a verb. So what is a verb? For example, go, I go, we go, you go, they go, see, I see, we see, you see, they see. If you have he, she, it, you have a verb plus s. You have a verb plus s. For example, I live in Moscow, but she lives. But she lives. For example, in Moscow, she lives. In another city, she lives. He lives. It lives. It's a rule. If you have he, she, it, you need to say s. So you need to add s after the verb. Okay, let's look at more examples. I do it. We know it. You understand it. They study. He understands. So we have s because of he. He understands. She knows it. We have s because of she. It works very well. It works very well. So we have s because of it. We have a rule. If we have he, she, it, we need to add s after the verb. So you see, he understands. She knows it. It works very well. So you see, English is easy. So present simple tense is the main tense. It's the main tense. It's the main tense. We use it when we talk about the present. We use it when we talk. We use it when we talk about the present. When we talk about the present. Okay, so very good. So there are some time markers, or we also call them time expressions. So, and they tell us that we need to use present simple. Look, always, if we talk about the present, always, I always do it. Often, I often help them. Usually, I usually learn English 2 hours a day. I sometimes see him. So you can put sometimes in the middle, in the beginning, or in the end. So you see, sometimes I see him. I see him sometimes. And never. I never do it. Okay, and some more time markers. Seldom and rarely, they mean the same. So it means not often. I seldom do it. I rarely do it. Seldom or rarely is the same, not often. She rarely makes mistakes. She really makes mistakes. Okay, so how to form a negative sentence? So you need to use don't after I, we, you, they, and doesn't after he, she, it, and then you use a verb. You use a verb. For example, I do it. So if you want to form a negative sentence, so you need to use don't or doesn't. Don't or doesn't. So what do we use after I? Don't or doesn't? I don't. I don't. So I don't do it. I don't do it. We know it. We use don't after we, you, they. So we don't do it. You understand it. You don't understand it. Okay? So they study. They don't study. They don't study. And we have doesn't after he, she, it. So you see, she knows it. Oh, he understands. Or he doesn't. He doesn't understand. He doesn't understand. He doesn't understand. So he understands, but he doesn't understand. She knows it, but she doesn't. But she doesn't know it. Doesn't know. It works well. It doesn't work well. Okay? So very good, really very good. Okay, let's look at more examples. I don't work. So I, we, you, they don't. I don't work. We don't study at school. We don't study at university. You don't know it. They don't understand it. She doesn't work. He doesn't go to school. It doesn't work. I don't live in Russia. I live in America. How to ask a question in present simple? Really, how to ask a question? So you need to use do or does in the beginning. So if you have I, we, you, they, you put do in the beginning. If you have he, she, it, you put does, and then you use a verb. Okay, so let's look at some examples. For example, I know it. I know it. So if you want to form a negative, form I don't know it, and do I know it. Do I know it. Do I know it. So I know it well. I don't know it well. Do I know it? Do I know it well? Do I know it well? Okay, so do you know it? Do you understand? Does she live in Russia? So if you have he, she, it, you have does in the beginning. Does she live in Russia? Okay, how to ask? Yeah, and let's look at let's do some exercises, so revision exercises. So you see work hard, they, and you need to say it, you need to make up a sentence, and also in a negative form, you have to make a negative sentence and to make a question. So work hard, they. They work hard. So subject, object. They work hard. Next, if you want to form a negative sentence, you use don't before a verb. They don't work hard. And do in questions. With you, they, I, we. Do they work hard? Next, one more exercise. Know it, she. She knows it. Yeah, don't forget to use S. She knows it. She doesn't know it. Doesn't. He, she, it doesn't. Does she know it? Does she know it? Well, how to ask special questions? So you put question words in the beginning like what, where, how, why, when, and then you use do or does, subject, and a verb. For example, what books do you read? So first, a question word or question structure, what books, then do or does, so you have you, and you need to use do. What book do you read? Which variants do you usually choose? Whose book is that? Whose book is that? We'll talk about the verb to be in the second part of this presentation. How much does it cost, or how much is it? How much money do you have? How many brothers do you have? Okay, I hope that's clear. Let's look at the verb to be. Sometimes we use the form of the verb to be am, are, or is. So when do we use it? So there is one rule. If you don't have a verb, if you don't have a verb in a sentence, and you talk about the present, you need to use the form of the verb to be. You need to use the form of the verb to be. Right, so verb like go, see, so on. So it's very important rule. A very important rule. Please remember it. Okay, so if you don't have a verb, for example, I am at home. So do you have a verb in this sentence? No. You don't have a verb. You don't have a verb like see, go, study, learn. So you use the form of to be. So you use am with I am, are with we, you, they, and is with he, she, it. So listen and repeat. I am at home. We are at home. You are at home. They are at home. He is at home. She is at home. It is at home. Good. Very good. And let's look at some examples. I am here. So we say I am. It is interesting. So he, she, it is. It is interesting. We are happy. We, you, they are. We are happy. How to make a negative form? So you need to put not. You need to put not after am, are, or is. I am not at home. We are not at home. You are not at home. They are not at home. He is not at home. She is not at home. It is not at home. Well, so, or we can use a short form. I'm not. We aren't. You aren't. They aren't. He isn't. She isn't. It isn't. Okay, examples. I am not at work, or I'm not at work. It is not interesting for me, or it isn't interesting for me. They are not in the city, or they aren't in the city. Yeah, what about questions? So it's easy. So you put am, are, or is in the beginning. Yes, you put it at the beginning of the sentence. Am I? Am I at home? Are we at home? Are you at home? Are they at home? Is he at home? Is she at home? Is it at home? Examples. Are you here? Is it interesting? Are they happy? Okay, let's do some exercises. So, yeah, we're talking about present simple, or we also call it present indefinite. Let's do some revision exercises. So, interesting, it. So you need to form a sentence. So in a statement, negative and question. So it is interesting. Please don't forget to use it. So there is a rule, you remember? If you don't have a verb like go, see, come and others, you need to use the form of the verb to be. It is. He, she, it is. It isn't interesting. Is it interesting? So you put is in the beginning. In the office, they. So you need to do the same. They are in the office. They aren't in the office. Are they in the office? Yeah, and what about special questions? So you have a question word in the beginning, like where, how, why, what, when. Then you put am, are, or is, and a subject, I, we, you, they, or something else. For example, examples, where am I? So a question word, and then the verb, the form of the verb to be. Where am I? How are you? Really, I know that many students know how to ask it, but they don't understand why we say it, why we say so, why we say it this way. It's very important to understand how to make up different sentences and structures in English. So, why is it interesting? More examples. What books are there? So, what books? You put it in the beginning. Then the form of the verb to be. What books are there? Which variant is correct? Which variant is right? So, which variant means it is. So, which variant is correct? Which variant is right? Whose book is that? How much is it? How much is this dress? How much is this suit? How many mistakes are there? And I have some questions for you. Why do you learn English? So you have a verb, learn, and you ask questions with do or does. If you don't have a verb, you ask questions with is, are, or am. And what hobbies do you have? So you can continue. I like, and so on. So I really hope you like all these lessons. So please have a look at our playlists, watch different lessons. I really hope you'll enjoy it and you'll make good progress. Okay, good luck. See you. Bye. Hi, welcome to the channel English Professionally. And we continue learning English tenses. So really, let's have a look at future simple tense. And you'll see lots of examples here. Future simple tense with examples. Okay, so future simple. How to form this tense? How to form this tense? So it's very easy to do it. It's very easy to do it. Will plus verb. Will plus verb. Yeah? Will plus verb. For example, I will do it. We will go there. You will like it. They will come to us. She will choose it. He will go there. He will go there. It will happen. It will happen. So it's very easy. Look, really. Will plus verb. Or you can use a short form. So double L plus verb. So look. Full form and short form. I will do it. It's a full form, or I'll do it. We will go there, or we'll go there. You will like it, or you'll like it. They will come to us, or they'll come to us. She will choose it, or she'll choose it. He will go there, or he'll go there. It will happen, or it'll happen. Okay, so it's very easy. So, I, we, you, they, he, she, it. Yeah, so subject plus will plus verb. Okay, very good. So, and I think that you need more examples. Yeah, for example, I learn English very fast with your help. I learn English very fast with your help. Okay? Okay, next. So my level will be intermediate soon. My level will be intermediate. My level will be intermediate soon. Okay? Next, I'll find a better job. I'll find a better job. I'll find a better job. Next, she'll become my girlfriend. She'll become my girlfriend. She'll become my girlfriend. Okay? And the last one, they'll be happy. They'll be happy. They'll be happy. So, more examples. I'll learn English very fast with your help. My level will be intermediate soon. I'll find a better job. She'll become my girlfriend. They'll be happy. Okay, how to form a negative form? So it's very easy. So first you have a subject. For example, I, we, you, they, he, she, it. Then will not plus verb. Will not plus verb. Okay? So, you see, I will do it. So what do you need to make a negative form? You need to use not. So use not after will. Okay? So I will do it. I will not. I will not do it. I will not do it. We will go there. We will not. We will not go there. Okay? Next. You will join our company. You will join our company. You will not. You will not. You will not join. You will not join our company. They will come to us. They will come to us. They will not. They will not. They will not come. They will not come to us. Okay? Next. She will get married. She will get married. She will not. She will not. She will not get married. Okay? He will think. He'll think about that. He'll think about that. Or he will not. He will not think about that. Good. So, and it will be okay. So it won't be okay. It won't be okay. It will not be okay. Yeah, it will not be. It will not be okay. Yeah, very good. So I think that you understand it. Do you understand it? It will not be okay. So it's very easy. You use will not after the subject, will not, or you can use a short form, won't, want. So you can also say I want, he want, she want, they want, and so on. Look, examples. I will do it. I will not do it, or I won't do it. I won't do it. We will go there, we will not go there, or we won't go there. We won't go there. Good. We won't go there. You will join our company, you will not join our company, or you won't join our company. They will come to us, they will not come to us, or they won't come to us. She will get married, she will not get married. She won't get married. He will think about that. He will not think about that. He won't think about that. It will be okay. It will not be okay. It won't be okay. So we often use, short forms in spoken English. So I think that you know it. Well, what about questions? So it's easy. So you have will in the beginning, then a subject. For example, I, we, you, they, he, she, it, and a verb. Okay? So let's look at some examples. I think it's important, really, it's important. Okay, for example, I will do it well. I will do it well. How to make a negative form? So you need to add not after will. So I will not do it well, or you can use a short form. I won't do it well. I won't do it well. If you want to ask a question, you put will in the beginning. Will I do it well? Will I do it well? Will I do it well? Okay, very good. Next. So, will we choose the right answer? Will we choose the right answer? Will we choose the right answer? Will you agree? Will you agree? Will they come? Will they come to us? Will they come to us? Will she be happy with him? Will she be happy with him? Will she be happy with him? Will he be rich? Will he be rich? Will it be the best decision? Will it be the best decision? So it's easy. So you put will in the beginning. So examples: I will do it well. I will not do it well. Yeah, I will not do it well. I won't do it well. Will I do it well? Will we choose the right answer? Will you agree? Will they come to us? Will she be happy with him? Will he be rich? Will it be the best decision? Okay, next. So there are some exercises for you. So you need to form a statement, a negative form, and a question. Good, very good. So go there, you. Let's say it in future simple. You will go there. How to form a negative form? You will not. You will not go there, or you won't go there. And let's look at this question. So will you go there? Will you go there? Okay, next. Help them here. He will help him. He will help him. So he will not help him. And let's form a question. Will he help him? He will not, or he won't help him. So this exercise is very good. When we talk about the future, we often use be going to. So let's compare these things, really. Let's compare. Okay? So I will do it, and I'm going to do it. I am going to do it. So be going to, it means that if you use it in present simple, so am, is, or are plus going to. So if you say I'm going to do it, it means that it's in your plans. It's in your plans. It's in your plans. It's in your plans. You are planning to do it. You are planning. You're planning to do it. Okay? So maybe yes. Maybe yes. Maybe yes. Maybe no. Maybe yes. Maybe no. So if you say I will do it, so it's a decision. It's a decision. It's a decision. It's a decision, and you really you will do it. Really, you will do it. Really, you will do it. Yeah. So this structure, is very important. We often use it in spoken English. For example, I'm going to learn English very intensively. I'm going to learn English very intensively. Intensively. Okay, I'm going to learn English very intensively. It's in your plans. But maybe you will learn English very intensively, maybe not. Who knows? Who knows? Yeah, and there is one more very important thing. Let's look at this structure, if and when. So there is one very important thing. So if you talk about the future and use this structure, so let's write it. If you talk about the future, if you talk about the future and use if or when you need to use present simple. You need to use present simple instead of future simple. Look, if she, so very common mistake. So mistake. It's a very common mistake. If she will call me, if she will call me, if she will call me, we will go there. We will go. But it's a mistake. You can't use will. You can't use will after. You can't use will after if. If she will call me, we will go there. It's a mistake. So right. What is the right variant? If she calls me. If she calls me, we will go there. Only these variants. Very important thing. Okay? And let me give you one more example. So when they arrive, or when they come to us, they will come to us, we will discuss this problem. We will discuss it. We will discuss it. Yes, so you use, if you have if, you use present simple. And if you when you use present simple when you talk about the future. It's a very important thing. Please remember it. Hi, welcome to the channel English Professionally, and we continue learning English tenses. So this video is about past simple tense with examples. Really, you'll see lots of examples, so it's very important. How to form this tense? You need to know that there are regular verbs in English, such as work, play, listen. Okay? So I work. So how to say it in past simple? So if you have a regular verb, you add ed. You add ed. So I work, it's present simple. It's present simple. If you want to say it in the past, in past simple, you add ed. So you see, I worked. I worked. So let's look at the next example. Let's look at the next example. I play football. You add ed, and it will be I played football. So I play football, it's present simple, and I played football is past simple. Yeah, we talk about the past. I listen to music. It's present simple. We talk about the present. And I listened to music, it's past simple. We talk about the past. We add ed after the verb. Okay? You know that there are irregular verbs too, such as see, understand. How to say it in past simple? You need to memorize its form. You need to remember. Yeah, you need to remember its forms. You need to remember. You need to remember them. You need to remember them, and you need to remember its forms. Okay? So, for example, see is an irregular verb, and we know its forms. See, saw, seen. If you want to say it in past simple, you take the second form. You take the second form. So I see it. Yeah, you talk about the present. And I talk and I saw it. You talk about the past. I understand you. So the second form is understood. I understood you, and it's about the past. Okay, so it's very easy to form this tense. You just need to know this second form. So it can be with ed if it's a regular verb plus ed, or it can be an irregular form if this verb is irregular. Yeah. So you see that first you have a subject, right, and then so you have to use the second form. So regular verb plus ed or irregular form, please. Remember this rule, it's very important. Okay, well, next, okay, let's look at some more examples. Yeah, but I think that first we'll have examples and then we'll do some exercises. Examples and exercises, okay? So, I saw her yesterday. It's about the past. See? So please, you need to know these forms. See, saw, seen. She did it on time. Do, did, done. They went to the cinema. Go, went, gone. He drove a car. Drive, drove, driven. Drive, drove, driven. She let me down. So let. Okay, and some exercises. It's important to do exercises. So we have a sentence. I go to work. So can you say it in the past? I go to work. So to say it in the past, you need to know its forms. The forms of the verb go. Go, went, gone. So I went there. I went there. So very good examples. So saw, did, went. You need to know its forms drove, let, and went. So if you want to practice more, so you can talk about your day, what you usually do, and you can talk about your day yesterday, for example. So it's a very good, practice. For example, my day yesterday. Okay. So I got up very early. Get, got. So get, got. I went to work. Go, went. I worked very hard. So this verb is regular. So you have ed in the end. I finished my work at 6 o'clock in the evening. So you have ed because this verb is regular. I came back home late. So come, came. Okay? So very good. And you also need to know that there are some time markers for this tense, time markers or time expressions, and we use past simple with these phrases. I did it yesterday. Yesterday. I saw her the day before yesterday. And also different phrases with last week, last month, last year. I went there last year. I went swimming last week. And different phrases with ago. I did it 2 days ago. She came to me 3 days ago. And in, yeah. For example, we often use this sentence. I was born in, when we talk about the past, we often use in, in some year. For example, I was born in 1986, and you? So you can continue it. I was born in, and you can write about it in the comments. Yeah, it's interesting. Okay, so how to form a negative form? So it's very easy. So you use a subject, then didn't plus verb. For example, I didn't do it, we didn't do it, you didn't do it, they didn't do it, he didn't do it, she didn't do it, it didn't do it. So easy. So didn't plus verb. So you know that if we look at present simple, we use doesn't or don't, but it's only didn't, so it's easy to remember it. Let's look at some examples. I didn't do it. I didn't see her. So didn't plus verb. Didn't do it. Do is a verb. Didn't see. See is a verb. Didn't go. Go is a verb. Didn't win. Win is a verb. Didn't play. Play is a verb. Okay? So it's easy. How to form a question? So you use did in the beginning. Then you use a subject and a verb. For example, did I do it well? Did we do it well? Did you do it well? Did they do it well? Did he do it well? Did she do it well? Did it do it well? Okay, but I think that you need more examples and exercises. No problem. Welcome. Examples. Did you do it? Did you do it? Did you see her yesterday? Did she come back? And exercises. It's very important to have different exercises. So you have this phrase. And so you have these phrases, and you need to form a statement, a negative sentence, and a question. For example, you, and to say it in past simple, say it in past simple. You went there, you went there. Okay, so use the second form. So this verb is irregular. Infinitive. Go is an infinitive, we call it infinitive, or the first form. And the second form is went. Go went. How to make a negative form? So you need didn't. Didn't plus verb. Okay? So you didn't go. You didn't go there. You didn't go there. And how to form a question? So you need did in the beginning. So did you go? Did you go there? Did you go there? Okay, so we have you went there. You didn't go there. Did you go there? Let's do the same with the next phrase. Come back here. So statement, negative sentence, and a question. Okay, so he came back. He came back. Come came. I think you know that this verb is irregular. Come, came. Next, he didn't. Didn't plus verb. He didn't come. And let's ask a question. Did he come? Did he come? So we have he came back. He didn't come. Did he come? Okay. How to form special questions? So it's easy. You need to use a question word. So a question word in the beginning. Question word. And then you need to use a question word. And then you need to use did. And then you need to use did plus subject. Plus subject. Plus verb. Plus subject plus verb. Look. Where did you go? Where is a question word. Did, we have did, you is a subject, and go is a verb. Where did you go? Okay. Why did you call her? Why is a question word. Did, so we have did, you is a subject, and call is a verb. Why did you choose this channel? Why is a question word. Did, so we have did, you as a subject, and choose is a verb. Okay. So very good. Okay, you think maybe that's all about past simple, but in fact it isn't true. So there are more rules which you need to know. Yeah, really. Let's talk about the verb to be in past simple. So you need to know its forms. So be, was, were, so is the second form. And the third form is been. And the third form is been. I was there, but they were there. So you need to know when we use was and when we use were. I, he, she, it was. We, you, they were. For example, I was there, he was there, she was there, it was there. We were there, you were there, they were there. So let's have a look at some examples. I was there because I, he, she, it was. I was at home. I, he, she, it was. But you were right. You were right. We, you, they were. They were happy. We, you, they were. It was interesting. He, she, it. So he, she, it was. Okay? Very good. How to form a negative form? Think that you see it. Okay, so really, you see, I, he, she, it wasn't. I wasn't there. He wasn't there. She wasn't there. It wasn't there. And we, you, they weren't. We weren't there. You weren't there. They weren't there. Okay, so for example, let's look at some examples. I wasn't there. I, he, she, it wasn't. I wasn't there. It wasn't interesting. He, she, it. I, he, she, it wasn't. But they weren't at home. My mother wasn't there. Why do we use wasn't? Because my mother means she. She wasn't, so my mother wasn't there. My friends weren't happy. Why do we use weren't? Because my friends mean they. They weren't. My friends weren't happy. Okay, how to ask a question? So you put was or were in the beginning. Was I, he, she, it, were we, you, they. For example, was I there? Was he there? Was she there? Was it there? Were we there? Were you there? Were they there? Okay? And you see some examples. Was I happy? So I, he, she, it was. Was she there? But were you disappointed? Because we, you, they were. Were you disappointed? It means were you sad? Were you depressed? Were you upset? Okay, and you know that it's time for us really to do some exercises. Okay, so you need to do the same to form 3 types of a sentence. 3 types. So let's start with something easy, with something simple. So a statement. Yeah, it, he, she, it was. It was interesting. It was interesting. Next, how to form a negative form. So he, she, it wasn't. So it wasn't. It wasn't interesting. It wasn't interesting. And let's ask a question. Was it? Was it interesting? Was it interesting? Good, really good. So the next one, in the office, they. We, you, they were. They were in the office. They were in the office. Next, they weren't. They weren't in the office. And were they? Were they in the office? Were they in the office? So I think that this tense is quite easy. You just need to know the second form. And the most difficult thing about this tense is that you need to know irregular verbs. Yeah, you need to know its forms. So, and I believe that to speak English well, so if your level is about intermediate, you need to know at least 100 irregular verbs, 100 maybe more. Yeah, but you know that we have also a course on irregular verbs. So, but I think it's better to know more than 100. So, yeah, it's the first problem. And the second problem is that you need to think. So, how to form sentences in past simple, because sometimes you need didn't or did, and sometimes, I'm talking about the verb to be, you need to use was, were, then wasn't, weren't, and was, were again in questions. So you need to understand when we use did, didn't, and when we use was, were. I think that there are just two maybe difficult things which may seem difficult. Okay, so thanks a lot for attention, thanks for coming, and I think that we'll continue this playlist. I always do it. Often. I often help them. Usually. I usually learn English 2 hours a day. I sometimes see him. So you can put sometimes in the middle, in the beginning, or in the end. So you see, sometimes I see him. I see him sometimes, and never. I never do it. Okay, and some more time markers. Seldom and rarely, they mean the same. So it means not often. I seldom do it. I rarely do it. Seldom or rarely is the same, not often. She rarely makes mistakes. She rarely makes. We need to add s after the verb. So you see, he understands. She knows it. It works very well. So you see, English is easy. So present simple tense is the main tense. It's the main tense. It's the main tense. We use it when we talk about the present. We use it when we talk. We use it when we talk about the present. When we talk about the present. Okay, so very good. So there are some time markers, or we also call them time expressions. So, and they tell us that we need to use present simple. Look, always, if we talk about the present, always. Hi, welcome to the channel English Professionally, and let's talk about present simple tense. Okay? So let me tell you about myself. I will use present simple. I live in Moscow. I go to work. I work very hard. I have a family. I have 2 sons. I teach English. I also do business. I have different hobbies. I like different games. In another city, she lives. He lives. It lives. It's a rule. If you have he, she, it, you need to say s. So you need to add s after the verb. Okay, let's look at more examples. I do it. We know it. You understand it. They study. He understands. So we have s because of he. He understands. She knows it. We have s because of she. It works very well. It works very well. So we have s because of it. We have a rule. If we have he, she, it, I often play chess. So you can see different examples with present simple. And I have a question for you. How do we form this tense? So you use after I, we, you, they, you use a verb. So what is a verb? For example, go, I go, we go, you go, they go, see, I see, we see, you see, they see. If you have he, she, it, you have a verb plus s. You have a verb plus s. For example, I live in Moscow, but she lives. But she lives. For example, in Moscow, she lives